DGL, Daddy's Gertie Library, back in the building, Metallic Rouge.
Hold on. You look like Jill.
Who do you think I am? It's Flash Sylvia!
Big Daddy!
Production.
Oh, so suddenly you're poison the air I breathe. But if you don't hate me, then why would you break me? Feel it in my bones. I'm about to lose control. Only so much I'm taking. So get yourself to safety. 'Cause baby, a storm is coming. You better heed the one and pray. Don't stay, run away, 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 away. Feel how the rain is falling. I'm at you like a hurricane. Don't stay, away, 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 away. Suddenly, you're poison the air I breathe. But if you don't need me, then why would you break me? Feel it in my bones. I'm about to lose control. Only so much I'm taking. So get yourself to safety. 'Cause baby, a storm is coming. You better heed the one and pray. Don't stay, run away, 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 away. Feel how the rain is pouring. I'm at you like a hurricane. Don't stay, run away, 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 away.
When they can't be alone, see the power we hold.
Feel how the rain is pouring. I'm at you like a hurricane. Don't stay, away, 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 away.
And look who's next. An orange guy.
Cyberpunk and mystery. I think that's what I said, right? Yeah, yeah. No, no,
I-
no. It's
That's a nice combo. Cyberpunk and mystery. That's
it's
accurate.
more it's more of a cyberpunk noir.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that they both kind of mean the same thing. Or at least I
Mystery is one
understand that
way, but
both of those things are the
noir is
same
like
thing.
more the city mysteries, the city
Okay, I
events,
follow what you're
the more
saying.
older themes of the past. But actually noir is timeless, if anything.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they definitely pulling from 50s, 60s, but I get yeah, I apply it across the
But
board.
even Batman, when they had Batman noir is themes,
Right.
it was done in future settings, even in like Batman Beyond, even in Cowboy Bebop. So
Yeah,
it's
actually,
never
same
really.
with Big O. That was very noir-esque. But I
Mhm.
don't. But as also, I that's definitely in the future. But I definitely compare it to like those 50s, 60s. You know,
The story style, yes, but the story setting is
I would agree.
never.
I
Hmm.
think I think they're. So I would say noir is a description that pulls from a lot of 50s and 60s references. So not that it's set in a certain kind of time, but a lot of the themes remind you of the 50s and 60s. So
Yeah.
that's how I would classify that. But okay, episode 7, Metallic Rouge, appropriate gear. All
I was
right.
confused. Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't expect her to come back. I'm gonna just say this right off the top. The photographer? Really?
Hey, yo. I thought that she had something like something was weird about her because the way that she was looking at the puppet master ship when it was flying off, I was like, um, why is she so upset? But
But I thought it
this
was
is
more of like journalism type
right.
of thing.
Huh. Yeah, bigger mystery. I don't know what the pup. Yeah, I think I something's weird about that, true. But for her to that was a hell of an entrance also. I mean, we're
Hmm.
introduced to her
Hmm.
character, so we're familiar. It's kind of sneaky, sneaking, coming in, inside person, bow, dead body. What? Whoa, whoa.
We're gonna go back to the train scene in episode 2. I think that's my favorite episode because we had so many big players without knowing they were big players.
Yeah, that was very impressive, man. Oh, and I should say we were spot on about Alice and Ace. Spot
Right,
on.
right. I was just like, maybe they're the same. We've never seen them at the same time. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
The fact that it's one but has a dual um
Split personality
personality.
disorder.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
Two in
it's
one.
definitely, I definitely didn't think that they were part of the Immortal Nine. That was the
No,
furthest
no, not at
thing.
all. That was different.
Yeah. So I
But I
guess,
love the topics they touched in the series. I loved how
oh
they
yeah.
touched into Rouge's her set of mind. Like, are you the good guy because you do what you're told to, or are you actually a bad person? Because to us, you trying to kill us, you're the
Yeah.
bad guy.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that difference, and like I love everything in this episode. To be honest, like
Yeah.
every
Well, let's
part of
sit,
the
let's sit
mystery,
on
every
that. Let's
part
sit,
of like just yeah,
let's sit
yeah.
on that concept that you were just talking about. Are you a good guy? She's like, well, I've never done anything better in my life. I'm doing what I told so she super gullible. She trusts everybody or trusts the people around her, and then she's doing these things, and then she's self-reflecting. She wasn't even told that, yo, you're a bad person. She said it. She was reflecting on, wow, that doesn't sound good. And I think that's why it's good to just always take a moment to just step back. Even if you think you're in the right, just step back and kind of reflect on everything to really assess whether or not you're doing everything that you can.
Right.
So
Like
it's not okay to just blindly follow orders when you can intrinsically feel like something's a little off. So yeah, that was a beautiful conversation that Alice and Rouge were having at the end. And to see Rouge self-reflect. Now, maybe it's because she's free now, or maybe it's because she's never taken the time to sit down and judge or possibly someone my brother's lying to me, or possibly he's keeping something from me. Possibly maybe this isn't right. But she herself felt like this, yeah, it was before the Puppet Master because she was like, "Well, why am I killing?" She had Fitzgerald. She had doubts about Fitzgerald, and why did I have to kill her? She was just trying to sing. Why did I have to kill that dude? He was just sad. He was depressed. He was trying to do this, trying to help his fellow Neons out. Why do these people have to die? It's a good question. Good question. So
what are
yeah,
neons?
yeah, that's another thing,
Yeah.
man. The whole, they loop back to the Venus Project, which I didn't expect. I thought that was just some offshoot, episode two thing, but then just like episode two, it's like, they brought it all back, you know. Well, no, they talked about episode four, but I'm saying that they mentioned it and then you just think that's it, but no, there's more. You see the Neon being burned alive there in that suit, the seven black holes to adjust for gravity. Oh, I get the adjusting for damn, that sounds super dangerous. So it's not just the
Yeah.
environment itself, but it's the way that they're manipulating the environment that like that's gonna throw a lot of things off. It's gonna throw off the magnetics field that protects well, actually, I don't even think Venus has a magnetic field to protect it against the bad rays of the sun, which is probably the only reason why neons are able to be there. But yeah, there's a lot of, I mean, manufacturing black holes is not something, even if we had the capacity to do that. That's not a safe science, you know. So that on top of that, the those horrible conditions and them looking out like, wait, what are we building this for? Who are we building this for? I have a theory. I'm thinking that much like Rouge was believing her brother, like and all this stuff, we were able to look at that like maybe this might be something greater, whatever. Maybe this isn't, she's not the good guy, and maybe there's something else going on behind the scenes. Maybe she'll come to a reawakening, maybe she won't. But much like Rouge, we're kind of trusting the information that's been presented to us about
Mhm.
the usurpers and the what do they call the other one? The visitors.
You're
We're taking
right.
for granted that the usurpers are the bad guys and the visitors are the good guys. But maybe that's flipped.
Because who we have to think who built the neons? The humans, because they built the code into the neons of you can't do anything even to assist. And seeing that one guy like just shoot down after he's like, it's okay, I was okay with that, and then he just falls and dies after like, damn,
Yeah.
that's how strong the code is. Like
Yeah.
it'll melt their mind and just pretty much incapacitate them from doing anything more. Even if it's like just you let it happen.
Yeah. Which is dark because even if he wanted to stop her, which I don't imagine that he did, but even if he wanted to stop her, there's nothing that he could have done to stop her. So how many neons died like that? How many neons were just in the vicinity when something terrible happens and a human ends up dying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
I mean, just because the code might say, oh, you were at fault.
yeah. That
So
that
and then
mm,
that's the whole thing
that
about
makes it
like
so
you can make the code, you can avoid the code somehow. And that's why we need your help to, not fight, but to show us how to do it. Find that middle
yeah.
balance. But
Or
now
maybe there's something
I'm
that she has that's
seeing,
able to free the other neons.
I'm seeing the other Immortal Nines are doing that same thing. They're
Yeah,
able to kill. They're able to attack. They're able to go around, and people are confused whether they're Neons or humans.
yeah, and I like that they're not all, it's not a monolith. I'm happy that's not just one big organization of all these people doing these things. Joker's way off the handle doing his thing, but
Causing chaos. Joker, yeah.
yeah, Alice is doing her own thing with Ace. I forgot the photographer lady's doing her own thing. So it's like, everybody's they all have their own independence. Maybe there is some kind of organization because your boy, my favorite character, the Doctor, was following orders from somebody. So
But he was more of an assassin
yeah, yeah. So
who killed
it's
the
cool.
little one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool to see all these moving parts start to mesh, not mesh, but yeah, I guess overlap a little bit. Like we still don't have a clear picture.
Intertwine.
Yeah,
Intertwine for sure.
intertwined. We're starting to see the how they come together, how they're blending together. It's still not a clear picture at all, but now we're starting to
We're
understand
just getting
the scope of the
parts of the web.
canvas.
We don't know where it ties in. It's just layers of webbing right now, and it's really
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. And I really like the way that this anime shows the world. Like world building is a difficult thing to do, and few have been able to successfully do it while simultaneously creating a nice story or a good, decent story. This is a really good balance, and they do it in super subtle ways, just by the way that they name things, the way that they title things, to be like, oh, I believe you. Article 5, Clause 9 of the Artificial Life Code. It's like, oh, that sounds official. That's that's something. Or like, oh, the
It sounds
planetary
official, artificial, like
artificial the
uh,
Planetary Development Administration, the Divine Visionary. Or did I just mix Mashal?
I think you're mixing Mashal.
No, yeah, yeah. What's Naomi's title? Like it's just the Divine Arbiter,
Yeah, something like
something
that.
like that.
Which
But
she throws me off of whose side she's on.
yeah, that was very confusing because then it's almost like she came at Juneheart, the
Her
former
brother.
vice president, yeah, the brother to kind of gloat. And then she was like, "Oh no, don't worry." And he's like, "Yeah, I thought that's why we hired you on." She's like, "Yeah, you did. Don't worry, I got it." And then and also to see the dude who's the leader of the whatever that company was, he's sitting there all full all super happy, like just kind of while the other guys just gloating, like, yeah, we're gonna take you down to President Chow. And they're having that face off, and then for Naomi to step in and kind of put them in their place. And it's just like, oh wow, a lot of interesting things. Which she's like, oh, you didn't have ties to Fitzgerald, did you? To Sarah? You mean this person? It made me think she was meeting somebody high profile that night when Joker came. Maybe that was him.
No, that was him. And remember she walked out of the room and he was like laying there or whatever. I think it was like
Oh,
more
so
of
that is
a
yeah.
relationship.
Yeah, so super interesting, man. So whew, yeah, a lot of stuff going on. What's the puppet master doing? Why was he over there? Why is he going to Venus? Why is if it's the Immortal Nine that killed Roy and because of whatever reason they hate humans, then why is he so interested in the puppet master? What is the puppet master about? What did he take from
What
Rouge?
is
Why is he
yeah,
going to
what did
Venus?
Rouge actually who was Rouge before this? Because it's all implied that she lost her memory in a way.
Or that she's like a copycat or something. Like there's a person who looks like Rouge but has colored hair.
Like
So
she's a
we saw
replica and she's not the original.
I have no idea. But we
That's
saw
that's actually a not Final Fantasy, Mega Man ZX. Not ZX, Mega Man Zero. So you play as Zero throughout the game and you find out you're not the original.
wow,
And
wow.
you're just a copy. And then it's just like your morality is like, are you actually Zero or are you just what they made and called Zero?
Yeah. I got a
Great.
special guest airbenders dropping in. But yeah, there's a lot of moving parts in here. The I don't know, man. It's very interesting. I really enjoy this show.
Hmm. It's fun.
Uh
It's I think it's great. I think it has so much into it where there hasn't been an episode that I'm not interested in.
yeah.
There hasn't been an episode where I feel like, I gotta watch the
Is this
series
the episode
again.
with the is this the episode with the doctor? Is that what it is?
Uh-uh.
No, we're far
Nah.
past that, my friend.
Then yeah, I definitely did. I have not caught up. So never mind. I'm just here to
Oh,
say
okay.
hello. Get the
What up,
bye,
man?
Welcome to the
Bilbo
bar.
Dumbo. All right. I'm just here to look pretty. Okay, keep going.
All right, Bilbo Dumbo. No, I really like the Doctor episode though. I mean, he's one of my favorite. He is my favorite character so far in the entire series. But yeah, this was
It's too
heavy.
late. You called me Dumbo. Get out of here.
Wait, but isn't that Dumbo? You have a
Hey,
giant
hey, hey,
D
hey, hey, hey.
hanging on your forehead.
Semantics.
What else is that D there for?
Semantics.
Tickling the area between your eyes. You got a big D just right there, just it just snapped right, and then the trunk's just hanging off
All
right in
right, all
front of your
right. Weren't
mouth.
you talking about
What's
something
the
just so that was
what's the
very
D for?
important? That was
I'm
whole
just I
such a
want to know
very
what the
important thing.
I called you Dumbo because I thought that's what it was. But if you have a big old D on your head for another reason, I'm all ears.
Derby?
Well, you're all
Derby?
ears, but I'm listening. It's like
How incredibly cool it was. Go.
you liked it? I thought you liked it. But
It's a great show.
yeah, man, it's I love the show. But
I haven't seen anything that I don't like about it. That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
I think I've seen more than enough to say I love it.
yeah, this would
All
be
right.
fun to go back and like after a season or two,
Episode two
just to
is
go
definitely
back
my
and
favorite
binge.
episode.
Huh.
Episode two is still my favorite.
I
The
don't know.
introduction, all
I
of
like the
this.
punchline. I like the punchline.
But at the same time, I we still don't know what the Guardians are about.
Yeah, very true.
Or the whole
Oh man.
storyline, the 7 things. Oh well, yeah. I guess you guys are way ahead of me. So I don't even know. I don't know nothing about nothing.
Oh, And then the investigator in this episode being like full blown ironic. He's over here like getting all upset. Apparently he didn't even have authorization to start investigating Roy's death in the first place.
Ah.
So, so they'll you kind of fraud
You know what? At this point,
falsify those.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was one of the Immortal Nine. At this point, I'm not surprised.
Nah, that would really surprise me.
I
Nah,
don't think I would.
especially with the
everybody else,
smoking. I'm not gonna quit smoking.
he's getting bad at it. One of them was fat. So
Oh,
I don't
very
know.
true, very true. But in this one, like he was all upset. He's like, "All right, we're just gonna bust in there," and then he tries the hand scan. No, well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. He's like, "Yeah, yeah, you actually didn't gain anything." And he's like, "Ah, screw this!" and jumps over. And then he was at one point he was admonishing the Neon. He's like, "This is why humans are better than Neons." And it's like that he's making all these stupid choices. I'm like, bro, even though your intuition's right, you're still a bonehead. Like you could have died like multiple times if there was like any kind of real threat that you were going after. And then at the end, when they're at his humble abode, it's like cool to see his pictures of the family and nice area, and then like all the cigarettes. And then he's just like, "Oh, you got something to say? Oh, you look like you got something to say." And then he says it. He's like, "You think I was inviting you to say it?" It's like, what a stupid,
He's our
what a
he's our
stupid thing
comic
not to
relief.
assume after saying that. I mean, it's almost like he was. I get the sense he's this cold hard investigative badass, and he was saying that just to be like a AKA shut your mouth, old school cowboy bebop era type of thing. But then the guy like just came flat out like, yeah, I'm gonna say it. But it was kind of. He's my second favorite character. I think, yeah, I'll call him my
I
favorite.
think out of all the characters, I'm not too sure who's my favorite. Not too sure actually, not yet. It's confusing to say who's my favorite.
Actually, no, I lied. Naomi is my second favorite character.
I don't like her though. I don't
I,
like her back and forth.
I don't like who she is. Like even if it's I was actually on this side, but I was on that. I don't like who she is, but I really like her character.
You like her looks.
Well, her
The
looks,
way she slurps that boba.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Mhm. I think that I think they're making her out to be the big bad. I think she might be the big bad at the end because she's like, "Oh, my dog is loyal." I was like, "Did you just call Rouge a bitch?"
Well, they make a lot of that kind of speech about her.
Right, which is a callback to one of the earlier episodes, episode 2, when she was telling Rouge to stay, and Rouge started barking. It was like, "Oh, haha, funny." But now, after taking this into account, it's like, "Yo, I think she means what she says." But the other really interesting thing is that her and Rouge's brother were talking about the same thing, like, "Oh, the gears are out of alignment," and then his brother's like, "Oh, I gotta go put the gears back in alignment," and what's her face, the photographer lady, was saying the same thing. Sylvia, she was saying the same thing. She said, "Well, you're just a gear in the machine. If you break, they're just gonna replace you." So it's almost like there's this bigger thing happening that a lot of people know about and understand that has yet to be revealed to us. I'm excited to see where this goes. This is a great anime.
Well, I mean, like, subscribe, tell us what you guys think. This was a great series.
Comment down below. Peace, love, happiness.